The new Festool compact light, the Cal 2. Is it worth it and is it any good? Let's take a look at this. The reason that I bought this was because I was actually tired of pulling out my iPhone and trying to light up things that I was trying to see and I was trying to work on. So I thought, okay, let me see what Festool has to offer me. And I decided to buy myself this Cal 2 light. It has two brightnesses. That's brightness 1, and brightness 2 blocks us out completely, as you can see. And then it switches off. So you press it once, then you get the first level of brightness, and then you press it 2, and then you get the second level of brightness. Now the first level of brightness, which to be honest with you, is that will do for most things, to be honest with you. It will last with the internal battery, and this light actually has an internal battery. It will last for 5 hours of continuous use, which is pretty good. The super bright switch it to super brightness will last for 2 hours with the internal battery, which again, I think is pretty good. You're not going to be using the super brightness all the time. You're going to be using the half brightness, which is enough really for you to be working with, really, especially given the size of it. I mean, you can move it right up to your work. So effectively you can actually see what you're doing. The internal battery in this unit is a 7.1 hour battery, which is a tremendous amount of power, which is obviously the reason that it can last with the internal battery for 5 hours. You can also slip this back section off, and you can actually slip on another battery. So and this is just the standard Festool batteries. So if you want it to run for even longer time, then you can just put on an external battery. And these small batteries, this is a 3.1 battery, and the 4.1 is exactly the same. It doesn't change the footprint that much, really. I think that's pretty good. I have tested out how long it takes to recharge the internal battery, and it takes 3 hours to fully recharge the internal battery. When I first got this and I pulled it out of the box, I thought to myself, hang on a second, it's not, I don't know if you can see that, it's not straight. The angle is all wrong. But then I looked at the instructions and I realized the way they've designed it is they've actually got it so depending on what side you decide to, let me turn it around so you can see that. So depending on what side you have it, it will change the angle. So that's like a moderate angle. And then this side is a more inclined angle. And then of course, you've got that angle. I think again is very well thought out. Very good design. There are times when you want it kind of relatively flat. There's also times where you want it to angle up. And there's also times when you actually want it like that, which I think is an excellent design. Of course, you have a 1/4 inch standard tripod nut, so you can actually screw this straight into just a regular tripod, which is great. That's a perfect way of using it. I personally use this little hook on the back. It actually pops out like a little coat hanger, and I basically just use that. I just hang it off that and just hang it where I'm working. It actually comes with a couple of accessories. It actually comes with a pretty substantial ball tripod head, which I was most impressed with, to be honest with you. This is, I mean, I've got some of these for my camera equipment. This is a very, very good quality ball head. So effectively what you can do is you can actually screw this straight onto the bottom of the light, and you can you can basically just screw that ball head straight into a stand, and they've actually put a very, very strong magnet on the bottom of this, and you can actually screw that wherever you want to effectively, and then you can effectively just use the magnet. They've put a piece of card here because that magnet is very strong indeed. Along with the accessories, obviously you've got a mains plug that you can run the light from, and also you've also got a car charger plug, so you can basically run it from your car, and it all comes in this little zip up little bag. Okay, so in conclusion, it's enough light to light up your work. It's not enough light to light up the whole room, but it's enough light to light up your work area, and it will last for enough time for you to do what you have to do. Given the size of it as well, again, it's not like a suitcase. It's a nice compact size. I've got the Festool radio here, and they kind of match up. You know, they match each other. And again, it's like the radio. It's got a kind of like a rubbery surface. It's designed to take a drop. I wouldn't recommend it, but it's designed to take a drop, which, I mean, once again, is a great idea. I mean, in a work environment, things always get knocked off. People knock into things and they drop down. So your stuff has to be prepared to be able to take a knock. And it's kind of reasonably rugged. Yes, it's overpriced like everything that Festool sell, but you get what you pay for. The quality and the design and the thought is all well thought out, and it's all very well put together. I cannot complain about that. If I had unlimited amount of money, I wouldn't be having any discussion about any money or the cost of it. For this size, it's one of the best lights that you can get. So I hope you enjoyed that. I'm probably going to upload maybe about once every 3 weeks or so. So subscribe, and I will be sure to get you some more videos as soon as I can. See you on the next video.